Yeah, and next we have the lead. I'm just gonna quickly show you how I made this. I'm using the Juno wavetable from Analog here, and wavetable position is 1, and the release is short, 278, and decay and sustain is a little bit decreased as well. And I'm using the flanger filter, the last one here, 12HL 6-, it's just the same as the other sounds that we made here. But turn down the resonance, and turn up the cutoff to 1700, and yeah, the HL width can be high, like 80%. And also the unison of this oscillator is 4, and a little bit of blend, but just slightly. It's basically a lead, so you don't want to go too stereo as well. And the hyper, I'm using hyper for this one. Let's turn off the others. Yeah, without hyper it sounds like this. And a very important thing for this lead sound is the voicing part here. Make sure it's mono, because it's not a chord sound. If you turn off the mono, it sounds like this. Yeah, the sounds are overlapping, so you want to turn on the mono. It can only play one sound at a time. And turn on legato and always, and porta. It's like a gliding effect. If you turn on, you can see the difference. Yeah, it's a little too much, but it's gonna take some time to go up and down when the notes changes. It's like a chorking for guitar. So just set it around 12 microseconds. And here you have a nice lead. And also for the drum, I'm not gonna use too much time for this, but I just found some similar type of sounds in Splice, and I just put it here. So here's a kick. By the way, Logic has the drum machine designer, which is very handy, and you can create patterns here. It's a bit difficult when you start using it, but if you get used to it, it's a very, very nice sampler. So here is the sound: kick, snare, hi-hat, another hi-hat closed, shaker. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, just go to Splice or another sampler libraries and find a similar sounds. So yeah. In the chorus of this song, they are using a very interesting analog type synth sound, which is very cute. This sound, just like bloop. Yeah, this sound. I created this sound with the ES2, which is the stock plugin for Logic Pro. I believe other DAWs have similar types of plugins. It's a retro synthesizer. It's very good to make some retro sounds. I'm just using the oscillator 1 and using the sine wave, and make sure it's mono, it's not polyphonic. This is poly and this is mono. Yeah, it's the original sound is definitely mono. Yeah, that's it. It's just a very simple sound, but if you use it effectively in the right timing, it sounds super cool. Yeah, and if you don't have similar synthesizer, similar plugins, you can also recreate it with the Serum. So here's a Serum version which I made. This is again sine wave. Sounds like this, and the release. I think the important part is the release here. It's not too long, not too short. It's about 140, and I'm using also hyper and compressor multiband here. Yeah, that's it. It's a very simple sound. For the ES2, using OTT to make the sound more balanced. And also there is this a little glitchy type sound, also using the ES2 for this, and this time I'm using the sawtooth wave position. That's it. Yeah, and it's mono again, and here's the MIDI. Yeah, and I'm using OTT here, OTT, and also Crystallizer. This is a very interesting plugin from the Soundtoys. It's a granular echo synthesizer. If you turn up, it's gonna be more interesting. Yeah, it's like a glitchy sound, but it's not gonna match with this song, so just use the pitch, original pitch. And also I'm using a bit of echo 1/8 and cut all the frequencies under 4500, and it sounds like this. Also I'm using sidechain, so the sound is ducking for the entire instruments. Yeah, this is it for the chorus. And after the chorus, there's a different section which sounds like a trap beat. There's basically 3 new aspects. The first is the drums. So here's a drum pattern. And here are the sounds that I'm using: kick, clap, snare, hi-hat, snap, percussion, and a whisper sound. The original sound is definitely using some whisper sound. It's very interesting. So just go to your sample library and just find similar sounds. And also another crucial sound for trap sounds is the 808. I'm using the reactor form from Native Instruments, and just again found some similar sound in Splice and just put it here. If you don't have the form, you can use a similar type of plugin, which is a sample-based synthesizer or a sampler. The form, it turns up it changes the octave, so you have to turn down. So this is the original setting. So you want to turn it down, -12. Then I added a bit of distortion here. Yeah, just a bit of distortion here. And this is it. It's very simple because it's a sample-based sound. You don't have to do much. And also for there is a counter bass sound here, which is very iconic. Yeah, this sound. It goes along with the 808. Very cool. I'm using the Monarch from Reactor Native Instruments again, and I'm just using the embedded classic folder number 75 Juicy Saw. Yeah, it sounds very good, but the original Juicy Saw, the resonance is a little high. It sounds like this. I think it sounds like this for the original, so you want to just turn down a bit the resonance to about this. Yeah, that's it. It's Monarch presets are awesome. You don't have to change much, just adjust some parameters. And if you don't have Monarch, you can also recreate it with the serum. Here's the serum version that I created. Yeah, sounds similar. So what I did is I'm using a sawtooth here and a sub oscillator -1 and also a filter MG low 12. And I'm using LFO1 with rate 1 bar triggered, using it to modulate the cutoff and also the resonance. The resonance, it emphasizes the higher frequency, so it sounds more like a retro bass sound. And also I'm modulating the fat here. And then I'm using distortion, about 18%, and mix 100%, and also I'm not using the hyper, I'm using the dimension, and the size is 0 and the mix is 43, just to make a little wider this, because it's a bass sound. You don't want to go to stereo again, right? And after all, it sounds like this. And the rest is basically this repetition of the same parts, but there is just one last unique part, which they use the 808 again. So let me show you here. Yeah, this is the last unique part. The 808s, the MIDI patterns are like this. Just use the same 808 that we used previously and the same drums, but the patterns is a bit different. Yeah, and that's it. You just need to put those MIDI in the right location and you can make a complete remake of this song. Magnetic by ILLIT. Let's hear the final result. Alright, so this is it. I basically make electronic music like dubstep, brostep, and any type of bass music. But sometimes I try to recreate those pop music sounds because they're very interesting and you can learn a lot from them as well. So if you like this video, please follow me and let's make more tracks in the future. Thank you. Bye.